Jana Duggar's secret homecoming, a silent return, a shocking revelation, and the baby that changes everything. Get ready for a story unlike anything you've heard before. Jana Duggar has returned, not with headlines, but with heart. What started as a quiet visit home has transformed into a life-altering confession whispered along the banks of the Platte River. No cameras, no announcements, just truth. But what if we told you that behind her calm return lies a secret so personal, so powerful, it's reshaping not just her life, but the future of the entire Duggar legacy? Yes, Jana is pregnant. And this isn't just another celebrity story. It's a tale of rediscovery, reconnection, and rebirth. From lonely walks through New York City to intimate letters tucked beside her bed, this story unfolds like a novel, layer by layer, secret by secret. And as you listen, you'll understand why this child is not just a baby, but a symbol of transformation, healing, and the new beginning for a woman who's always lived in the shadows. Stay with us till the end, because what Jana reveals next will leave you breathless. This isn't just a pregnancy announcement. This is a rebirth of identity, love, and purpose. You're about to witness the most personal chapter of Jana Duggar's life, and trust us, you won't want to miss a single word. Jana Duggar's recent return from New York has stirred not just nostalgia but whispers of a personal awakening that seems to be slowly unfolding along the banks of the Platte River. Her journey wasn't marked by flashing cameras or headlines. Rather, it was a gentle homecoming that echoed with quiet revelations, deep reflections, and the kind of emotional transformation that speaks volumes without needing to shout. But what captured everyone's attention wasn't just her return. It was the secrets she chose to share, each one more intimate than the last. Among them, one truth stood taller than the rest, carrying a promise, a shift, and the weight of a future already taking shape. Jana is pregnant. This revelation didn't come through an official post or a press release. It came in a whisper, like most important things do, shared only with those she trusts, woven through emotion and layered with the kind of vulnerability that comes when a woman opens her heart to the world. For years, Jana has lived under the public gaze, her every choice speculated on, every appearance dissected. But now, for the first time, she is sharing something real, something sacred, not for attention, but because her truth no longer fits within silence. Her time in New York was more than just a visit. It was a retreat from expectation, a search for clarity. She was seen walking along quiet city streets, her steps slow, thoughtful. Locals who noticed her described her as calm but contemplative, often seated alone in cozy coffee shops, journaling or gazing out the window like someone with stories untold. This journey was not about escaping. It was about remembering who she was outside the frame of a television family, away from rules, routines, and roles assigned without consent. And then came the moment she chose to return. Not out of obligation, but because something had changed. The Platte River, winding and persistent, became her metaphor. It held her secrets. Along its banks, with the rustling grass and crisp spring air around her, she spoke freely to someone close, sharing what had grown quietly inside her, life. The pregnancy, she confided, had not been planned in the traditional sense, but it was deeply wanted. Conceived during a season of renewed intimacy between her and her husband, it marked the culmination of months of rebuilding, healing, and growing closer. The past year had seen them rediscover each other, not in grand gestures, but in the small, daily acts of kindness, in early morning walks, in honest conversations long overdue. For a woman who had often been portrayed as the silent support system, this time she allowed herself to be held. She spoke of nights spent praying together, not just for a child, but for understanding, for unity. They had traveled to quiet places, mountains, small lakes, backcountry roads, learning to be still in each other's company again. And when love returned, it did so quietly, with a strength far greater than before. It wasn't just a romantic rekindling, it was a spiritual reconnection, a realignment of purpose and passion. She described it as finding home in a person, not a place. The pregnancy itself has not been without its emotional weight. She's experienced morning sickness and fatigue, but more than anything, she has felt awe at how the body changes, at how the heart expands, at how love takes form in a heartbeat that is not her own. She admits there were tears of joy, of fear, of uncertainty, but never regret. Not once, because in this child, she sees a new beginning, not just for herself, but for her marriage. Insiders close to the family noted that her husband has become a man transformed since the news. More present, more attentive. He has started writing letters to the baby, tucked in the drawer beside Jana's side of the bed. Short, handwritten notes that speak of dreams and promises, of walks they'll take and lessons he hopes to teach. He's taken over chores without being asked. He's been seen softly kissing her forehead when he thinks no one's watching. In those small gestures, you see a man preparing not just to be a father, but to be the anchor Jana has always needed. The couple has not announced the due date publicly, but those closest believe the baby will arrive by late fall. Jana has chosen to keep most of the details private for now, opting instead to cherish these months quietly, away from the noise. She spends her mornings in calm routines, gardening, reading, resting when needed. There's a visible glow in her, not just from pregnancy, but from peace. She has let go of the pressure to present perfection and instead embraced presence, being fully in the moment, with her growing belly and growing heart. This pregnancy also symbolizes something more profound, a shift in how Jana sees herself. No longer just the dutiful daughter or the eldest sister always watching over others, she is now the heart of her own story. This baby is not an addition to an existing script, but the beginning of a new one. One where Jana is the narrator, not the background character. And she hasn't stopped there. Another surprising revelation during her Platte River confession was that she and her husband have begun talking about moving away from the public eye, into a quieter life where they can raise their child with more privacy and intention. She hinted at a small house they've been eyeing, one with a garden and space to grow. A place where love isn't just spoken, but lived, where laughter echoes freely, and the weight of legacy doesn't overshadow joy. Her fans, long invested in her well-being, have responded with overwhelming support. Messages have poured in, congratulating her, offering prayers, and thanking her for showing that it's okay to take time, to heal, to move at your own pace. Many women have written saying her story gave them courage, not just to hope for motherhood, but to redefine what fulfillment means on their own terms. And perhaps that's the quiet power of Jana's return. She didn't come back with a spotlight or a statement. She came back with truth, with the kind of honesty that resonates beyond fame or family name, with the quiet power of a woman stepping into motherhood not to fit a role, but to embrace a calling. As she continues this journey, there will undoubtedly be more whispers, more speculation, more curiosity. But Jana has made peace with that. She knows who she is, and more importantly, she knows who she's becoming. A mother, a partner, a woman reborn. And somewhere along the Platte River, where the water flows gently under the wide Nebraska sky, a secret became a promise. A heartbeat became a song. And Jana Duggar, in all her grace and quiet strength, stepped forward into a story that is just beginning to unfold, one heartbeat at a time. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel and stay tuned for the next video. Take care and love to you all.